Hello everyone and welcome to something new. I was a teenage exocolonist. No idea what that translates to, but yeah. So this is a narrative story game with some card play mechanics? I'm not quite sure. I need to get into it. But I see that there's a button here for content warning, so if you are a person who is sensitive to character deaths, spoilers, I don't know who dies, children in peril of dying, animal cruelty, bodily harm and grossness, implied sexual content, drugs and alcohol, violence and sex, mental health and trauma, domestic abuse, or traumatic global events, this might not be for you. But this is hopefully not that bad. Also, this is really loud, so I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Turn the music down a little bit. There we go. That's better. Hopefully you can hear me better, and I can hear myself better. So let's get into the game and see what this is about. Oh look, a button. Let's wake up. Warning, this game deals with mature subjects and may not be suitable for all players. Please see our contact. Yes, I told the viewers about it. Oh, fire. You wake to chaos. A confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out. But you aren't sure how you got here, or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend. Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ears. What's going on? You try to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes around a lungful of smoke, and you feel dizzy and confused. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog? Like from Earth? I want it. I changed my mind. I don't want it. The creature howls and lunges, its jaws open. Interesting. And there's the title. Look at that, isn't that pretty? I have a bad feeling this game is going to be emotionally damaging. Oh dear. I love the art style already. You are born on the stratospheric Earth's first colony, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which makes fresh air and vegetables for the ships. Like the other colonists, they bravely choose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertumna 4, in the hope they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. They name you... oh gosh. Solanacea? Solana or Solane? Solane sounds fun. You're a bright-eyed child with an active imagination. Sometimes too active, your mom says. Use the slider. Does that actually change it? I'm a she. I'm a he. I'm a they. Well, I am a he, so I'm gonna go with a he. Masculine? Does it actually change it? Well, this is very... actually kind of interesting. I wonder how it's actually going to affect it. So let's go here, since we're quite an anime-like character. Don't want to go too buff. You have vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles, and strange animals. You wonder if this was Vertumna. You wonder if this is what Vertumna will be like. Every child on the stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. By age 6, you see the first sign of yours. Which is where we come to the interesting parts of the game. Over on the left here, these affect the story. So this game is very, I don't know, interesting. So what do I want? Want to be eagle-eyed? Extra fingers? That sounds creepy. Absorbent brain? I'm guessing that's a learning aid. Super strength? Do I be metal? Calm temperament? Or nothing at all? What do you guys think? What should I have? Not that you can answer me right now. Tell you what, I'm gonna go with calm temperament. I feel like being stressed in this situation could be bad. Oh, I have empathy. That's nice. Nothing can phase you. You rarely frustrate. You're rarely frustrated, and you don't let anxiety get the better of you. You brush insults aside, always play nice, and never have been told that sharing is caring. -1 to stress. Nice. You're especially nice to your friends. Oh, look, those are my friends. Energetic and loyal Anemone. Tough and gentle Cal. Bold and confident Mars. Quiet and adventurous Dies, or D's. Studious and mature Tangent. And shy and sweet Tammy. Well, there's only 4 of them here, but there's 6 names. I don't know. Oh, I get to choose my friend. Well, I'm calm, so maybe I'll shine sweet Tammy. Oh my god, she's adorable. Yeah, Tammy! Tammy is the kindest person you know. She idolizes Aunt Sedent and is always following her around, helping her with the babies or learning how to cook. She has the best snacks at class, recess, and always shares, especially with you and Cal. She and Cal are just as close, so it's kind of like having 2 best friends. Yeah, Tammy! You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hal says it's like a doorway to the other star system. With the planet Fortuna 4 on the other side, you run emergency drills for months to prepare. But this tells me that there is 3 other Fortunas out there. Oh gosh. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble. Then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pod, just in case. Hey, Papa, Mama. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Soleil, your dad soothes. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it. Just like we practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Kind of reminds me of a hippie. Oh no, I'm so stressed! Red emergency lights switch on as a siren begins to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You try to breathe slowly, like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out a porthole. The stars are gone. When you're frightened, What do I do when I'm frightened? Get in touch with your emotions. Why not? Oh no, she's crying. She's just like, yeah, then. You bawl like a baby. It feels good. God, so stress cry. Oh no, I'm a crybaby. You aren't the only one. Nearby, your classmate Tammy has tears streaming down her cheeks. Mars is trying to quietly to console her. She sighs as you're crying, makes Tammy's wailing even more loud. Your dad puts his arm around you as you let it out. You wait. The shaking builds. Then, everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up, like a balloon, and contracting down on the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? You hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know, somehow, that everything is going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall, head first. You black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow, lots of them. Different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger. Grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. It's Mars, I think. Distantly, you can feel the ship shaking has stopped, and hearing your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. I'm happy. Oh gosh, I'm very stressed. Rebellion. Okay, so this game is very interesting. Oh, that's a pretty background. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbay under you plays a soft tone and automated voices speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completely healed. They may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus out the window. Something is definitely different. What's the first thing you'd notice? Trees. Trees. Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. Well, that's not good. A blue is like a scary sun, isn't it? You peer out to see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushrooms, like trees. There are construction materials everywhere, and people walking around outside on the ground. Yeah. You better get out there and join them. Yes, rush outside. Sprint. Sprint, little saloon. Quiet season. Oh, wait, I can actually control this. Hey, look at that. I am now here. Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake. Are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. To walk, click on the ground. Alright. I'm gonna go talk to Tammy. Hey, Tammy. Tammy looks concerned. You've slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad is working over in geoponics, near those domes. They're called greenhouses. Cool. I would go with you, but, well, this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed. Tammy stands, blushing. It's scary outside. But baby, it's cold outside. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. So, southeast, so that would be this way. Hey, there's Papa. Oh, this game is adorable, actually. Sorry, I'm just enjoying it. Oh, actually, I can just hold it down. That's good. Whee! Look at me go! So this is Papa. Hello, Papa. Solane! Your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year. My snoozy little gooseberry. God. That's so cheesy. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Oh, I love you, Dad. Geranium. Is that your name? Welcome to Ventuna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratospheric from the outside, except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two, and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the whole colony. Oh, I guess that's recycling. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their ways up the hill. How did you do this so... Yes, how did you do it so fast? You've been asleep for weeks, my dear aubergine, he says, and those geodesic greenhouses practically put themselves up. Oh, he's a gardener. Okay. But some of this is only a quick, temporary solution, he admits. We'll keep growing and improving things. One day our little colony will be as big as a whole city. That'd be cool. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is, he asks. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in medbay. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what is in there. You remember it. You dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. Do we tell him? Or do we open the package? You know what? Let's open it. Hey, can I move it? No. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. A feeling of panic rises in your throat. Your hand shakes, but how? Your dad notices. Are you okay, Selene? He snaps his finger. Dr. Instant shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe. Maybe that's all it is. I doubt it. There's something suspicious. Look at me. I'm adorable. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I am so sorry, Selene, he says, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed, and... He stops himself. Don't worry. We're going to fix it. Your mother and I. Professor Howell is expecting you in class, if you're feeling up to it. Your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier. Or you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later, he says. It kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Selene. I love you. Give him a thumbs up. Just Dad. No, I love you too, Papa. To enter a building, I imagine just click on it. Then choose an activity for to gain skills and advance in there. Okay. There are 13 months a year. Right, and 10 years to end the game. So basically 130 sessions or something like that. Okay. So this is the greenhouse. Can I go in here? The greenhouse, growing plants, Okay, I can't do anything in there. So basically we have a choice of... Oh, hey there. Who are you? You see dice, I think. So D's or dies. Sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate and the wall to the south, where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly without looking up. They say so. There's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory, so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wriggling. For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through the wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking you from your daydream, Dies whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. Ah, he's blushing. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic. I could tell. Nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. I don't know if I want to scare him. I think I'll leave him alone at that. Well, you tried. Dice is so sensitive about being teased. Ah, he's a shy boy. Or girl. I don't know. So, that's the... Oh, that's the classroom. Oh, that's the command. Command is a warren of long hallways, which doors, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, there's a notice board. Colony food shortfall, minus 100%. Oh, that's very low. Quality security rating, evaluating. Upcoming events. We'll be hosting our first annual Ventumia Festival during the second week of Dust. Oh, good. We have Dust Week. Notice, taking precautions outside the colony boundaries, xenofauna have been sighted in the area. Survey teams are investigating. Current Council, Governor Udicott, Chief Administrator Seek, Security Chef Chief Ret, Chief Engineer Instance, Chief Cultivator Falulu, that's fun to say, Chief Steward Antecedent. Oh god, these are big words. Chief Surveyor Melatonin. Melatonin, okay. Okay, alright. So that's just like a heads up to things, maybe. Tammy's gone. Tammy, my friend, I'm lonely. So this gate, I cannot go out. Oh, hello. Oh. I've lost my mouse. There's my mouse. Hiya, Selene. Anomone seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold, but it's still neat, and you can make stuff out of it. She reminds me of the little girl out of Up. Oh no, I have emotional damage. Your funky head curves a little. Anomone is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. Why aren't you in school? She smacks her forehead. School? I wondered where everybody was. I guess I'm going to be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay, she says. Professor Hal is chill. He won't mind, but we should probably go now. She grins and starts running towards engineering. Hey, race you! No fair, she's getting a head start. Hey, she ain't even moving. Is this... What is this? Is this volleyball? Ooh, what's this? The Garrison. A small team led by Security Chief Red was enough to keep the peace of the stratospheric. To stay busy, they also ran the exercise gym. Okay, so this is basically school simulator. Right, so do we go to class or do we go to rest? I'm gonna go class. I want to see other people. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs and medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of the wing is off limits to children. Congruence. The ship's onboard, I'm just going to call you Congru. The ship's onboard AI beams down at you from a nearby holodeck. Don't forget to study hard, Selene. Pick a study this month. Ooh. Life sciences or humanities? Ooh. Ooh, gosh. You know what? Let's go life science. Oh, he looks so bubbly, doesn't he? Good afternoon, my bird. Oh god, these are such big words for me. Burgeoning. I don't care. Biologists and up-and-coming chemists. Professor Hal welcomes you back to the old classroom. This afternoon we'll learn what I like to call the wet sciences. He gestures to his hollow-projected lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. That's not wet. That's rocks. You learn a little bit of everything, with opportunities for further studies in your favorite field. If you're looking for something with a little drier, try right straight for engineering class. For today's lesson, Professor Hal tells you, we'll start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent natural resource native to Vatuna. The mush tree. Nice. In the ideal conditions, it can grow at a speed of over a meter a day and have a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands to his tiptoes and gestures to illustrate. How many weeks was I out cold? Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. You're teamed up with Tag and Cal and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it. The rest is up to you. Tag looks up, surveying notes on the holonet. Mush tree, she reads, are most abundant south of the colony in the stormy, moist regions of the Sabaqueus swamp. What if we use water instead of soil? Cal suggests, like they do with the hydroponics. Tag nods, if they like wet weather, they might work, Selene. Do you have any suggestions? Sing to it daily. Alright. So let's see. Hum. Well, I don't know how these trees work. They won't work like our plants, surely. Let's put it under a bright grow light. You lower the light so it's right over your bucket of water and plop the spore in. Every day you rush into the classroom to check on its progress. At first there's nothing, but by midweek your little mush tree shoot sprouts up and starts its journey. You raise the light gradually as it grows towards it. In the end, yours is in the middle of the pack. Since mush trees tend to grow in rainy, overcast places rather than hot, dry ones. Oh, I should have thought of that. You wonder if you might have given it too much light. Get to work. Oh, okay, here's the card stuff. When you work or go to class, you'll play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move cards to fill the 5 panels and make the best hand you can. Alright. I have to get the total on the right. Depending on your cards, some challenges can't be won, but you still get a reward for doing your best. Oh, that's good. Bonus for flushes. Same colors together. Alright. Next. Bonuses for straights, so if I get all red, I guess. The more cards in a flush pair or straight, the higher the bonus added. Okay. Okay. Well, I already have these cards, so... A giggling! -1 to stress, first words, plus that, and I guess discovering. Hey, look at that, I got a Supergirl! Amazing. Victorious! Yes. Your skills increase when you work or go to school, with extra skills if you win the challenge and a kudos bonus if you're making the highest scoring hand wheel cards. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. Oh dear. To relieve stress, take a month off or relax in the quarter wings. Okay. Ah, cool, I have a +1 friendship with Tangent. I got some biology, got some reasoning, and I got a kudos. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job, and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away. But there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on Stratospheric when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. I mean, I guess they're growing it in the ground. Okay, I'll let them off. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? I've learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Your dad smiles, and Professor Howell will give you kudos if you're getting good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it opens. Nice. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow to Mom, I think there's a lot of different ways to learn. A school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby, or by helping a friend. Ah, tutorial stuff. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that the colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future. I'm 10! 10 years old! And if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They have ideas for how you can spend your time. And come by Geoponics, your mom says. We could use your help. Okay. I mean, do you guys think a 10-year-old should make choices about their life? I mean, you can guide them, but I don't know if a 10-year-old is quite ready for this. At least on Earth, I guess. So, let's have a look at memories. Oh, look at all my memories. Oh, wondering. Huh. Do I have any gear? Oh, these are... Can't forget cards by spending time. Yeah, but I guess that's basically... Okay. So these are like permanent things I could keep. Collectibles. I ain't got anything collectible. How about my friends? Apparently I'm not friends with my mum and dad. Nomine, Cal, Tangent, Dice, Tammy. I think I'm missing one more person. I'm age 10. So, yeah. I seem very confused. Alright, so let's go talk to Anomine. Yes, Anomine is bumping a sports ball, or is trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts and bumps the ball in your direction. Bounce back. You bounce the ball back and forth, though. Try to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. And let me tell you about the new sports ball court. A proper regulation size court, way bigger than the little 0G one on the Stratosphere. Her brother Com is coaching the junior sports team this year. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, specifically spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Okay. Anyone else around? Hey, Papa. Hey, Deez, what you doing? Deez looks at his feet, pretending not to notice you. Dare him to eat. I'm not gonna bully him. Become a carnivore. He's very shy. Anyone else around? Hey, look, Mars. That's the one I've not met. A sharp whistle interrupts your thoughts. Hey, Selene, Mars calls it. Come here. I have a job for you. Ooh. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out there in all this weather. She's the sassy one. She continues. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch this for me? Okay. Good. Mars claps. She probably just down the hill near our quarters. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. Let's go and bolster my friend Tammy. Hey, Tammy. Tammy is staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello, Selene, she says, putting her head to her chest. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars's soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. Oh, Tammy, you're being bullied. Well, you're not being bullied, but you're being manipulated and controlled. I think. I don't know. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy sweets, made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that I can have the scarf back, okay? She's some of her kudos to nanoprint it for me because it's so dusty here. But I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Okay, so she's an elf, I think. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too. That's usually the kind of trope those characters have, so I understand why you say that. I could talk to you again, I think. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, you... Am I that little brat who teases the girl I like? Or do I play with her? That'd be the old friendship one. Tammy had the best doll collection after her mom died. Oh, that's sad, I'm sorry. Her dad used all of his nano printer credits to print her a different doll every month of the year. Her ears perk up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Selene, she says. Her voice is soft and dreamy, like a beam of starlight. Maybe later. Maybe. Then again, if my character played... Why not? I sure do. I got empathy points. You don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls, if anything? Oh, I know people who would probably play with dolls. And I can tell you now that they're not kids. She has even more of them now. She takes you to her quarters and brings out the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection. Is that a thing? A disturbingly realistic baby. Okay. We're getting into the whole details of this. I don't care about dolls personally, sorry. You cover quickly by saying they must be breakdancing in a club. The two of you spend the afternoon making up stories of how to rise to stardom as professional dancers. Oh, cool. I'm going to become a dancing boy. Mars. Or Maz. Is it Maz or Mars? No, it's Mars. I could eat them, but that would be so mean. I ate them all. Here it is. Which gives me loyalty points. Nice. Takes it and giggles. You're such a good sidekick, doing everything I say. She opens the box and hands you a soy sweet. Your tip, she tells you. Oh, an administrator seeks looking for someone to do a delivery job for the depot. Or depot. she says. I don't want to do it because, like, ew, running around out there? No. Just go through there, she says, gesturing to the door behind her, and tell them I referred you. All right. So, what do I do? I am not very tough. Why do I have no skills? Like 0 skills. Okay, let's have a chat with Papa. Hello, my little potato. Your dad exclaims, smiling warmly. What have you been up to today? Playing in the fresh air. He breathes deeply and looks slowly around. Tumna is magnificent, isn't it? I nod. Seasons, he shouts, throwing his hands wide. I missed seasons. Back on Earth, it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our sparks now. Hey, snow can be pretty. He sighs, stretching. You know, wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky, and it'll be real hot. Then you'll see. Alright, so we're just learning about characters and stuff, aren't we? You find your mum hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the walls of your family's quarter for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth. Spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do, she asks. Remember, Selene, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so long as it's productive. She points toward the engineering. It's in the back half of the stratospheric civet frame. Professor Howell still expects you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. Alright. She claps a hand on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? Can I join expeditions? Oh, you're too young to leave the colony. It's dangerous, she shakes her head. Your father would be worried. There's so much we still need to know about the world out there. Let the adults find out. Then maybe you can join them in a few years when you're older. She gives you a stern look. She isn't going to budge on this. For now, stay inside. What are you doing in there? She looks down and nudges at a sprout, growing between her feet. It's green. The color of Earth's plants. We're doing our best, she says. But it hasn't been easy. I just hope the potatoes and corn can handle the weather here, she says, glancing up at the sky. I hear it rains like hell in the wet season. She takes a long look at you up and down. You're growing fast, Selene, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, well, there's a little soil that needs to be hauled. You're making me labor. A wheelbarrow and a shovel? God, I am too good for this. Seeing your disappointment, she nudges you on the shoulder. Don't pout, it'll help build those muscles. You'll need them now that we're out in the real world doing real work over here. We have to rely on our physical strength. She flexes. Wah, yeah. Your mom is really strong. What's happening in engineering then? Hal's teaching classes on life science, engineering, and humanities. If you pass all your tests, maybe he'll let you work there in a few years. Ooh. Your father thinks you're old enough that school is optional. I don't agree, but I'll be honest with you, she says, gesturing to the fields. We do need every pair of hands we can get. I mean, there's only like apparently 20 people on this ship. If you want to work with me here in geoponics, I'd suggest studying life science. If you don't have a good grasp of biology and ecology, I'm going to stick you on shovel duty. Wow. What can I do in the quarters? If you need a break, she advises, you can visit the lounge and see your friends. But, she warns, a raising finger. I don't want to see you lounging around all the time. You need to work hard too. Oh, okay. Oh, this is going to be a lot of balancing, I think. Security Chief Rhett, I'm just going to call him Rhett from now on, is organizing a sports ball team. Used to play, didn't you, back on the ship? It'll be different here on the planet's gravity. Of all the adults in the colony, Rhett and your mom are the most like soldiers you'd seen on a holovid. For a moment, you think your mom is going to suggest something else. Then she shakes her head. You're too young for defense training, so don't worry about that yet. Just enjoy yourself and stay out of trouble. And what is in the command? I think Seek said they need someone to deliver supplies from the depot. They're also setting up a shop there if you've got some kudos to spend. And of course, that's where Captain Edcott, Udicott probably, Governor Edcott works. Oh, governor now. He got promoted. But you shouldn't bother her. She's a busy woman. And she doesn't have your mother's patience with kids. Already out of breath. You're trying not to giggle. Your mum isn't usually known for her patience. Bye. Alright. Right then. That's a lot of talking. That is a lot of talking. So what do I want to do? Sports, class, chill, or... let's go check out the depot. I am not smart or strong enough. Okay. So what do I want? You know what? I think some strength is probably going to be useful. Okay, so the greenhouses have different biomes inside. Oh, that's cool. You know what? I'm going to shovel dirt. I could do with some strength. It's your first day in the glorious world of agricultural soil conveyance. Oh boy! Good morning, Sonny. Looks like you're working for your old lady. I hope you don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're my son. She walks you around the geoponic wing and points out where everything is. Your job is to move sod, compost, plants, garden waste, and equipment from one place to another. Oh god, I'm living my own life right now because I am a landscaper, guys. I have experienced what this boy is about to do. Get comfortable with this. You don't get comfortable with it, she says, pushing a squeaky, old-fashioned wheelbarrow towards you. Oh, not the squeaky one. They're the worst. Now, any questions before we start moving the dirt? Don't we have machines for this? The construction crew's already claimed all the hover lifts, she says, struggling. But they'll break down in a few years anyway, and we don't have the materials to fix them. She grips your forearms. We're planet-side now. Use your muscles. Alright, where'd I move it again? From over there, she points to a dirt pile, to there. That is the actual result you would get if you asked where. They'll say, from here to there. Okay. That's a very precious soil from Earth on the ship, full of all the nutrients and bugs and bacteria our planets need to grow. But it was lost, she sighs, in an accident. Now we have to make more from scratch using bituminum soil. This is part of the process. Alright, and why not use hydroponics? On the ship, we grew most of our plants with their roots in the water. And it's true, it was more hygienic that way. Your mum replies. She brushes an insect off her arm, which lets out a loud squeak of objection. But hydroponic systems use too much energy. Here, we have to grow as much as we can the old-fashioned way. And let's get to work. That's my boy. Oh no, my boy. Your mum says, slapping you on the back. You stumble a little. Oh god, I'm in that. Your arms start to ache after the first hour of work, but you keep going. By the end of the month, you feel utterly drained and exhausted. And good somehow. You can feel your muscles growing already. Alright, time for my first test. Alright, I think I can do this. +1 to cut. So if I go like this, like that, like that, like that, like this. Boosh. Look at that. Boosh. Victorious! I am a strong boy now. I think. Hey, me and Cal are like a little bit more chummy. Nice. Oh no. My guy's not looking too happy. Oh no. What is wrong? Why are you looking so sad? This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning you were sure Professor Howell was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Howell walked away, his hash browns safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. Oh. At night, your dreams are mixed up with the stuff that you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Oh, that's sad. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces, when you wake up, they're smeared into a memory like wet paint. Well, that's Tammy. I mean, you could tell by the pointy ears. But what if those things haven't happened yet, but they will someday? Ooh, future sight. Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick or that you're sick and you need to go to medbay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? Secret powers of fun. That would be that would probably be me. You don't want to worry people, you don't want to be normal, and secret powers of fun. You start keeping a private journal on your holopalm. Holopalm? Recording events when you remember something before it happens. You also write down your dreams when they have that feeling of being real. You like the idea of being magic and seeing the future, but some of those dreams are very scary. You hope that, like Professor Howell's hash brown, they don't all come true. Oh, that's worrying. Mid-quiet. Oh, so this is probably spring or winter. Right then. I think I'm going to leave it here for now. Oops, oh, I can't help him with animals. We have animals. Alright, so I'm gonna hop over here. I'm gonna look at you guys with this guy. So what do you guys think to this game? I think it's quite adorable. I mean, my voice goes after a while because I am not naturally a chatty soul, believe it or not. Hopefully this will improve that for me. Hey, I'm going to be getting stuff over here. So I hope you guys will find this interesting, because it's why I picked it. One, because it just looked great. It's interesting, and it has different endings. So I don't know what I'm going to end up with, and you guys won't unless you played this before. Anyway, how do I save this? There it is. New save. We shall call it Beginning. There you go. So, oh, listen to that music. Oh, that's pretty. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you are interested in this and like what you're seeing, please leave a like. And if you want to see more of this and more content from me, subscribe. It means the world to me. Thank you for watching, everyone, and ta-ta.